can I get an ambulance out to Sierra Ridge apartment? Somebody just got shot.
I ain't what the photographs, nigga. I know what the fuck on them all shit, murder and
Atlanta, Georgia. A city pulsing with culture, history, and a rhythm all its own. But tucked away in Atlanta's west side is a complex with a story unlike any other. This is the tale of a place where dreams were both made and marred, where the lines between fame and infamy blurred. This is Sierra Ridge, aka the 9th Ward.
Live in a motherfucking 9 on Delmar right now. A lot of you niggas can't come here, period.
Built in the 1960s, Sierra Ridge was envisioned as an urban oasis for working families, a place of promise and community. But as decades passed, the glow dimmed. By the late 70s and 80s, residents like Gwendolyn Mathis recalled nights filled with fear, bullets piercing walls, and children forced to sleep on floors for safety. The complex became a nexus for drugs, gangs, and violence. Paramedics like Christopher Copeland were frequent visitors, responding to overdoses, assaults, and shootings. Code enforcement violations piled up, over 400 in just 8 months, causing the city to deem it unfit for human habitation. The apartment complex's notoriety extended to national television when it was featured in the first 48 episode, titled Gangland, which aired on April 16, 2020. The episode focused on the investigation of a young man's murder at the complex, which had come under federal scrutiny following a video shoot by rapper Saw Baby went viral.
Man, pull up with the stick, motherfucker. Got the whole mob out here believing 9th Ward shit.
The video, which showcased the environment of the complex, brought national attention to the issues plaguing Sierra Ridge. After being scheduled for demolition, boarded up and closed for a year, 2 investors spent nearly $30 million to revitalize the property. Now called The Avenues at 3060, one resident by the name of Gwendolyn Mathis told Fox 5 News how the complex used to be. We had to go to bed at 6 o'clock. Anything after that, after dark, we were on the floor, scared they were shooting. Christopher Copeland, a paramedic who responded to calls in the area, said, "It is amazing how this is no longer the trap for prostitution, but this is a place that people can call home." When you think about Florida, most people picture sunny beaches, palm trees, and wild nightlife. But way down in Pompano Beach, past the flashing corner stores, the faded murals, and the liquor stores with iron bars, there's a spot that tells a different story. Welcome to the Ugly Corner.
Yeah, man, y'all know, man, this shit 1800, man. This the know you're pumping over, man. This shit get crazy over here. Y'all people got to stay out the way, man. I don't stay out the way, shit get ran over.
The intersection of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Northwest 18th Avenue. Right where the lines between hope and hopelessness get blurry. In the early 1900s, the road in front of the Ugly Corner was a bustling artery in Pompano Beach, lined with both black and white-owned businesses. It served as an extension of the city's downtown, fostering a vibrant, albeit segregated commercial district. The area was not only a commercial hub, but also a center for agricultural labor. Jones Quarters, located along Martin Luther King Boulevard, provided temporary housing for day laborers working in the nearby fields. During the 1950s, neighborhoods like Sanders Park saw a surge in black homeownership, with families purchasing homes for as little as $500. Over time, the area faced economic decline, leading to increased crime and the eventual nickname Ugly Corner. Back in the late 80s and 90s, when the crack epidemic swept through South Florida like a hurricane nobody saw coming, the neighborhood surrounding the Ugly Corner became one of the hardest hit areas. Recent violent incidents surrounding the Ugly Corner have been the shooting of rapper C. Glizzy in 2019, as he left a convenience store located on the Ugly Corner. After getting into a verbal exchange with another group in the store, the dispute continued outside. Glizzy, his brother and friend were shot at as they drove away. Glizzy, 16 at the time, was the only one shot. The shooter was arrested a few days later across the street in the Golden Acres apartments, which were made famous by Kodak Black. A few years later, in April of 2024, C. Glizzy was arrested for his part in a quadruple shooting at the Ugly Corner that left a 16-year-old dead. But through all of the chaos surrounding that area, some real talent emerged. Most notably, Kodak Black, his childhood friend Jack Boy, and Lamar Jackson.
Now it's just so reckless. They don't care any time of the day or night, anywhere they wish. They just think there's no consequences. We're here today to tell them there are consequences and there's accountability. And this is what it looks like.
On the west side of the Bronx, squeezed between the Harlem River and the major Deegan Expressway, stand two giant concrete sentinels towering over the city, River Park Towers. It all started back in the early 1970s. The city was in crisis. Crime rates were rising, urban decay was setting in, and affordable housing was desperately needed. Enter River Park Towers. Built between 1972 and 1975 under the Mitchell-Lama housing program, these 40-story giants were meant to be a dream. Clean, affordable, close to Manhattan. Architects aimed high. Modern design, river views, amenities galore. But dreams in the Bronx, they don't always go as planned. By the late 70s, the Bronx was burning. As arson tore through nearby neighborhoods like Morris Heights and Highbridge, River Park Towers became a last refuge and a pressure cooker. Drugs flooded the city, crime skyrocketed, and soon, the towers earned a reputation not for luxury, but for survival. High-profile crimes plagued the complex for decades, from drug raids in the 80s.
For many years, we've all heard about the so-called war on drugs. The drug peddlers are now telling us that they've declared war on society, and you and I are society.
To tragic shootings that made nightly news. In 2004, an NYPD sweep called Operation Safe Corridor targeted the drug networks controlling the hallways. But no matter how many busts, the cycle seemed to restart. Poverty, neglect, and a lack of investment kept the towers trapped in time. Fast forwarding to the 2020s, not much has changed at the towers. Known now for the affiliation with the YG's gang, which were the focus of a massive gang sweep in 2022. 23 members, including popular rapper Thang, were indicted in the sweep. The feds claimed the lyrics from several songs lined up with real crimes, shootings, robberies, even murder plots. They called it a gang war in music form, and River Park Towers was right in the eye of the storm.